Hello everyone, welcome to another one of my London walking videos. I am at Archway at the moment, trying to figure out which is the best and quickest way to get to Highgate Cemetery. Now you can turn left, go through this way, but this is quite a long-winded way to get there. So after consulting the map to make sure that we got the right direction, we decided to go straight because walking straight will get there much quicker, a much more direct way of getting there. So that was the decision we decided in the end, just to walk straight down Highgate Hill here to get to the cemetery. If you've been following my videos, you will know that I've done a walking tour of this area with a walking group previously. In fact, it was just over a year ago that I went for this walking tour around the area, and we actually turned left into that road where we were at earlier, and while on our way along that road, we went past Highgate Cemetery, but we just kind of walked past it. We didn't actually go in, and I really wanted to go in and have a look. Therefore, today we decided to come back just to go to the cemetery. But instead of taking that long-winded way, we'll go direct straight down here, which is a lot quicker and easier to get to the cemetery. Now, there's another thing to note. Highgate Cemetery, you have to pay to go in. You can't just walk in like all the other cemeteries. I think all the other cemeteries are basically like an open park, so you can just go in, wander around, it's all free. But Highgate Cemetery is all gated off, and you have to pay an entrance fee to go in. And what's more, there are two entrance fees if you want to go to both of them, because there are two of them. There's the East Highgate Cemetery and the West Highgate Cemetery. They're next to each other on the opposite side of the road, and they both of them charge differently. So when I was there last year, when we walked past it, I went and checked. It cost £4 to go to the Eastgate Cemetery. So you just basically go in, pay your £4, and you can wander around the Eastgate Cemetery by yourself. On the west side, though, you can't just do that. West side is a lot more interesting, a lot more things to do and see, but you have to go with a guided tour. And I think there's only one guided tour a week or a day, I'm not too sure, but there's only one tour per day or per week. It's early in the morning and it costs quite a lot. I think it was around about £12 or £15 when I checked it last year. I can't remember exactly now, but it's more than £10. It must be around about £13 to £14. The east side is cheaper because obviously you just go wander around by yourself. So that's what we're doing today. We are just only going to the East Side Cemetery. And again, this has changed as well because last year it cost £4 and you just pay it at the gate. This year, when I went to check it before we went on the walk today, the price has gone up. It's gone up to £4.50. So it's gone up 50p in a year. And what's more, due to the coronavirus lockdown, you can't just go and pay at the entrance anymore. You have to buy the ticket online in advance at a certain time. So it's a time ticket. Therefore, it's a bit more complicated. I don't know if this online buying ticket is only for during the coronavirus lockdown, or is it going to be a permanent feature? So basically, that's a new rule now. You have to buy the ticket in advance online, and it's a time ticket, so you have to decide what time you're going to go, and it's gone up from £4 to £4.50. I will put a link to last year's walk around this Archway Highgate area, so if you want to have a comprehensive good look around this entire area of northwest London, then go and check out my walking video of last year as well. All right, we are almost there now. At first, I made a mistake of thinking of walking straight down to the end of this road because I thought the cemetery would be at the end of the road, but no. All we had to do was to cross over the road, walk through a park, and the cemetery is on the other side after the park. So luckily, we didn't go too far down this road before we realised our mistake, turned back and cross over the road to go through the park um, to get to the cemetery. All right, so we have made it to the cemeteries. On the opposite side, you see there, that's the West Highgate Cemetery West, and the one we are going to is the Highgate Cemetery East. So here we are, just coming up to the entrance. And because we have already bought our tickets online, so all you have to do is just give them your name, and they would have a record of your name, because when you bought the ticket online, you would have given them your name and email address. So they basically sent the ticket to your email address, and you just have to give them your name or show your online virtual ticket from your email. So here we are, Highgate Cemetery East. It's very nice looking. I'm told the west side is a lot better, a lot more thing to see, much more interesting. But from what I can see here, the east side is looking very nice, very clean and well maintained. All right, let me give you a quick little background information to this cemetery. This is the information that I picked up from the leaflet that you get when you come in. So you get this free little leaflet to read about the cemetery. So this is what it's saying. Up until the 1800s, most burials take place in your local churchyard. So if you died or something, then you just get buried at your nearest local church. But by the 1820s, condition has become overcrowded, unsanitary, and because there was an outbreak of typhoid and cholera. So I guess it became a bit chaotic, and then the churchyards were running out of rooms. And also, the churchyard's burials was for people in the Church of England who belonged members of the Church of England. So if you were not a Church of England member or something, then you're a bit stuck on you. You're in trouble. So this was when a local private kind of cemetery company stepped in, and it's called the London Cemetery Company. So they set up a profit-making business for people who doesn't fit into, can't get buried in the churchyard, to go and bury privately somewhere else. So this cemetery is one of those that popped up at the time to cater for this demand. And the West Side Cemetery was the first one that got opened. Obviously, it was in demand at the time because they purchased more land to open the East Cemetery in 1860. So the West Cemetery is 17 acres and the East Cemetery is 19 acres. So at the time, there were demand for it, and space quickly filled up. But then by the 1970s or something, these private cemeteries went into decline, and it cost a lot to maintain them. And so the cemetery actually went into a bit of neglect, and many private cemeteries like this one had to be rescued by the government. However, in the case of Highgate cemeteries, a charitable organisation was set up. So it's called the Highgate Cemetery Trust, was set up to help run this as a charitable organisation. It's not financed by government. And there is still a little bit of space left. So you can still get burial in here, but there's not much space left. It's running out fairly quickly. Now, Highgate Cemetery is very popular. It's becoming a bit of a tourist attraction. Sometimes it's quite busy with lots of people coming to have a look at the place. That's because a lot of famous people are buried here. I think the most famous on this east side is Karl Marx, and we'll get to him eventually, right towards the end of the video. On the west side, I was told there's even more famous people are buried there, and I think the latest famous personage to be buried on the west side cemetery is George Michael. That's it, everyone. We are coming to the end of this video. Hope you've enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, because there'll be part 2 of this video to come, where we'll eventually get to the Karl Marx grave tomb site. So look forward to seeing you then. Thank you for watching. Bye.